What's happening, sports fans and news junkies? Welcome back to the Roger Report, where we dive headfirst into the stories that are making waves and shaping the conversation. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the absolute latest updates you need to stay ahead of the game. Get ready, because we've got a packed show with some must-hear developments that you won't want to miss. From on-court action and off-court drama to major statements from sports' biggest names, we're breaking it all down. Buckle up, because it's time to get informed and stay hyped. We're kicking things off with a major update on a beloved athlete's recovery journey. Next up, we're diving into a fiery debate sparked by an NBA star's controversial comments about the WNBA and its top talents. Then, we've got the inside scoop on a tense on-court moment involving a star player and a former teammate that was caught on camera. And finally, we're tracking the comeback efforts of another league favorite as the season winds down. Stick around, because this is the Roger Report. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Progress on the court. It's a crucial time for the Indiana Fever as they navigate the final stretch of their season, and all eyes remain fixed on the recovery of their star player, Caitlin Clark. While she's making strides, the latest reports indicate that Clark has not yet been cleared for full contact drills. This update comes as the team faces the Phoenix Mercury, with Clark participating in full-court drills without defensive pressure during a shoot-around. This cautious approach to her return highlights the team's commitment to her long-term health and performance. Clark's presence, even from the sidelines, continues to be a significant factor for the Fever, who are currently in a tight race for a playoff spot. Her injury, which has kept her out of several games, has undoubtedly tested the team's depth and resilience. Fans and analysts alike are keenly watching every update, eager for her full return to the court. The team's performance without her has been a mixed bag, emphasizing her impact on their overall success. The league itself is also keenly aware of the attention Clark brings, making her return a storyline that extends beyond just the Fever's season. The specifics of her injury and the phased approach to her rehabilitation suggest a strategic plan to ensure she's at her best when she does step back onto the court. The anticipation for her comeback is palpable, with many hoping she'll be ready to contribute significantly in the crucial final games and potential playoff run. The basketball world is holding its breath, waiting for the moment she's officially cleared to play without restrictions. But the conversation around Clark and the league isn't just about her recovery. It's also igniting broader discussions about the state of the game and player recognition. Stay tuned as we break down the latest controversy. NBA star questions WNBA talent. A prominent NBA star has recently ignited a firestorm of debate by publicly questioning the overall ability of WNBA players, including top talents like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, amidst ongoing calls for increased player compensation. Michael Porter Jr., a key player for the Denver Nuggets and a recent NBA champion, made rather astonishing remarks suggesting that a team composed of high school All-Americans could potentially defeat the WNBA's All-Star or Olympic squads. He prefaced his comments with a disclaimer of no disrespect, but his underlying sentiment has been interpreted by many as dismissive of the skill and competitiveness present in the women's game. This statement comes at a time when WNBA players have been increasingly vocal about the pay disparity between the men's and women's leagues. Players have highlighted that under the current collective bargaining agreement, they receive a smaller percentage of league revenue compared to their NBA counterparts, with maximum earnings for some players capped significantly lower than even NBA rookie salaries. This has led to visible protests, such as players wearing shirts with slogans like "Pay us what you owe us" before games, underscoring their demands for a more equitable revenue-sharing model. While Porter Jr.'s comments have drawn criticism, they also tap into a recurring, albeit often unspoken, debate within basketball circles about the perceived talent gap. However, many prominent figures in the NBA, including LeBron James and Steph Curry, have been vocal advocates for closing the pay gap and have publicly praised WNBA stars like Reese and Clark as icons, emphasizing the importance of supporting and elevating women's basketball. These contrasting viewpoints highlight the ongoing tension between acknowledging the growth and star power in the WNBA and the lingering perceptions influenced by historical disparities. The debate is far from settled, and Porter Jr.'s remarks have undoubtedly added fuel to an already passionate conversation about fairness, recognition, and the future of professional women's basketball. Speaking of intense moments on the court, sometimes the drama unfolds not just in the stats, but in the heated exchanges between players. We've got a prime example coming up next. Sideline spat erupts. Emotions ran high during a recent WNBA matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Phoenix Mercury, resulting in a notable sideline confrontation that was captured by cameras. Caitlin Clark, who was sidelined due to a lingering right groin injury, found herself in a heated exchange with Phoenix Mercury player DeWanna Bonner, a former teammate of Clark's on the Fever. The incident occurred during a timeout in the fourth quarter, with Clark appearing visibly frustrated as she gestured dismissively towards Bonner, who had approached the Indiana bench. This visible tension between the two players added an extra layer of drama to an already competitive game, which the Mercury ultimately won 85-79. Bonner, who was waived by the Fever in late June after a brief stint, quickly signed with Phoenix and has seen a statistical uptick in her performance, averaging 11.2 points per game compared to 7.1 with Indiana. She also reunited with her wife, Alyssa Thomas, on the Mercury roster. Following the game, Bonner remained steadfast in her decision to leave Indiana, stating that the situation did not work out, but that she wouldn't change her journey, as it led her to Phoenix for a reason. Thomas was a standout for the Mercury, narrowly missing a triple-double with 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. Despite a strong performance from Indiana's Kelsey Mitchell, who scored a game-high 29 points, the Fever couldn't secure the victory. The Fever currently hold onto the 8th and final playoff spot by a slim margin with only a few regular season games remaining. While Clark's return to play is still uncertain, her competitive fire and impact on the team's identity, even from the sidelines, remain undeniable. This incident underscores the intense rivalries and high stakes as teams battle for playoff positioning. And speaking of comebacks and the league's energy, we're looking at another star player's journey back to the court. What does her potential return mean for the season? The slow road back. As the WNBA regular season enters its final week, the Indiana Fever are still awaiting the return of their star rookie, Caitlin Clark, who continues to work her way back from injury. Clark has now missed 19 consecutive games, most recently sidelined with a right groin injury sustained on July 15th, followed by a mild ankle bone bruise on August 7th, which has complicated her rehabilitation process. Despite the setbacks, there's a glimmer of hope as Fever coach Stephanie White announced that Clark has been participating in 5-on-0 offensive drills. While this marks progress and indicates she's back on the floor, she has not yet been cleared for contact training, leaving her return to game action uncertain. Clark's sophomore season has been significantly impacted by these injuries, limiting her to just 13 games and forcing her to miss the WNBA All-Star festivities. The Fever, currently 7th in the standings, are in a precarious position, holding on to the final playoff spot by just one game. Without Clark, the team's record stands at 13-14, underscoring her importance to their success. Coach White has expressed optimism about Clark's potential return to the regular season, emphasizing that the team's priority is her long-term health and wellness, and that she will need multiple practices under her belt before being medically cleared. This cautious approach suggests that even if she returns for the regular season, it might be in a limited capacity. The league, and particularly the Fever, are keenly aware of the boost in entertainment value and viewership that Clark brings, making her absence a notable storyline impacting the league's overall momentum. Fans are eagerly anticipating her return, hoping she can contribute to the team's playoff push, but the timeline remains fluid. That wraps up our deep dives for today, but we've got a rapid-fire recap and a look at what's next. And that's a wrap on today's top stories. We saw Caitlin Clark making progress but still sidelined from contact drills, a controversial take from an NBA star on WNBA talent, a heated courtside moment between Clark and Bonner, and the ongoing race for a comeback. Don't miss any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, ring the notification bell, and drop your comments below. You can also follow us on all our social channels for more updates. We'll see you next time on the Roger Report.